Tuesdays are Talk About It Tuesdays. They're Ticket Wizard Tuesdays. And I was saying that if all goes as planned, we will be at Twin Peaks in Davie every other Tuesday during football season, just like we were last season. And it'll begin Tuesday, August 29th. And Oronde Gadsden, former Dolphins receiver and our friend, he has come out there with us on Tuesdays for the longest. And I'm imagining, as Solana said at the beginning of the show, probably already have his order in for the flatbread. Oronde is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. You ready to roll at Twin Peaks again this season, OG?
I'm so excited. The hottie
yes.
flatbread. Get
hottie.
ready.
That's
Get ready.
What it's called.
Get ready. That's just an appetizer. You know, you're pretty firm on your salmon and broccoli.
That is true.
So the hottie is for a snack.
I had texted some other friends of mine, and they said, "Fire up the salmon, Twin Peaks. Get to the ocean, start fishing." But I just try to eat the salmon and the broccoli. But then OG fires up the hottie, and it's hard not to grab a slice.
You're picking.
You gotta grab a slice.
Yeah, you gotta grab a slice. Till Lent rolls around, and then all of a sudden, all bets are off with OG.
So I got it first on the 29th. I'm gonna get a hottie, and I gotta get the brownie a la mode. I gotta bring it out in the skillet. You know, to start off.
You know what? For the first one on August 29th, and the reason I am saying it is because we want people to come on out there. We always have a great crew that comes out and watches, and Josh Appel comes out, and we have some fun. The Ticket Wizard himself, Barry, comes out, and I mean we have fun. But I think maybe for the first one, I'll have to deviate from just the salmon and broccoli. I probably have to go.
Watch out. Go
burger.
Rogue. Oh, okay.
I'm going rogue. Right. I'm going rogue on the 29th.
Off menu.
I'm going off menu.
Off script. All right, I got you.
Anyway, Oronde Gadsden. So we haven't talked to you since Jalen Ramsey went down, and the Dolphins have signed Eli Apple since. So how big a loss is Jalen Ramsey to this defense?
I don't think it's that big a loss. You know, it's more of a gain than a loss. I think they have DBs. I don't think DBs are a problem. I think they have them. They have a lot of them from last year. They have some coming back. So they'll be able to hold it out until he gets back healthy again, and that's a luxury to have more and better DBs than most teams. So whereas most teams, you know, it will be a loss. I think the Dolphins can tread water until he gets back and is healthy and is ready to go, which would probably be you know a good time, because by the time he comes back, probably I don't know. I think reports are saying he's in front of schedule, or he'll be back before the scheduled time. So if he comes back, October, November, I think that'd be a good time, solidify that defense, because it'd probably be. He may miss the first matchups of the Buffalo and the Jets, but he'll be there for the second one, and those matchups will probably be more important than the first one.
I kind of understand what you're saying, which is him being added to the team was a big gain. But it wasn't like it was a giant area of need. It wasn't like you watched every game and said, oh, my God, they're getting torched left and right. So it's a nice gain, but you can also withstand the loss if you have to, which obviously they have to. They don't have a choice in it.
Yeah. But, you had Needham and another player. I think another DB went down. So those dudes will be back.
Yeah.
And, they'll be back. So, you're not dying, you still got X. So you could just move X now to the one spot, and you make somebody the 2, and you have 3 and 4 and 5 back there. And you can always use all-world safety at some corner if you need, So I don't think it's a big deal. It hurts because, he's a great player and he will bolster that back end for when we play the teams that pass a lot. But I think we could hold it down until he gets back. And like I said, it'll be a good time because then they'll add some more excitement to when he comes back. Then
what you hope is already
wow.
a good defense. Hopefully they're adding excitement to what's already a good defense. It'd be disappointing if Vic Fangio comes in and because I feel like this can be a really good defense this season.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a little bit of him Sunday. I was out there at camp Sunday, and they're definitely going to do more blitzing than we've been used to seeing, and so I think that'll be exciting. And so look, with the back end held up, obviously it's much easier to blitz. You blitz to get bombed, and it's kind of like, all right, stop blitzing, but if you can hold the back end down, I think it'll be great to see. So, I think it's exciting all the way around, and I think he's excited to be here, and I know he wanted to play, but hey, listen, sometimes it's a double-edged sword having to stick the fastest little receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, that's the way it worked out in this one, unfortunately. Did you see Zach Thomas when you were out there on Sunday?
No, I didn't see Zach. I had to, unfortunately, I had to unceremoniously sign some autographs at the beginning there. By the time I came back, he was doing his thing somewhere else. They had dragged him over to another section.
Because I saw there was a lot of coverage of Zach Thomas being out of camp on Sunday. I didn't see much coverage of Oronde Gadsden being out of camp on Sunday.
Yeah, when they were doing the Zach coverage, I was probably at the buffet. I was probably getting some of the bruised wings or something. Bruce does the catering, so I was probably in line.
You were occupied. Understood. Understood.
Yeah.
And I salute you, OG. I salute you.
Under protest,
No, that's actually the best time. That's the best time to hit the buffet line. If Zach Thomas is out there speaking, everyone's out there watching him. He's got all the attention, and the buffet line is wide open at that point.
Yeah, wide open. It was 749 degrees out there. To cool down, I had to get a wing with blue cheese.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's a common cool down treat for many of us in South Florida. What about Dalvin Cook? We've talked about him before on the show. So it seems like, because I don't know if you saw, Chris Greer had an interview on Sirius XM yesterday, and they seem to be pretty satisfied with Mostert and Wilson. And they drafted A-Chain, and they've got Gaskin and Salvin Ahmed. But Dalvin Cook is still out there.
Can we keep all those?
Well, that's the thing. I kind of think that's what they're looking at. I think Mike McDaniel really likes Mostert and Wilson. And if you go get Dalvin Cook, obviously he's going to have to get carries. So do you think he ends up on this team?
I think it was a big deal at the beginning, being coming back home, blah blah blah, Dalvin Cook, and it would definitely be exciting and bolster a roster. But it's kind of the same thing with Ramsey. If we get him, fantastic. Now we would probably have to lose one or two of those guys. If he was to come. But I think more importantly, and I've said this before, I think the thought was probably more long term, because if you get Dalvin Cook, you may take something away from somebody else. I agree. Maybe all the moves Chris is. Some of them are frowned upon, but I think sometimes he thinks long term, and we don't. We think now, like, if you get Dalvin Cook, according to how much you pay him, you may take away from Christian on the D line, and we need him next year. Like, we're gonna have to sign him. Like, and whatever he asks, and whatever the ransom is, like, give him the ransom. Like don't play around like they doing in San Francisco. Like, Lynch, what's the issue? Like, Bosa need the money, give him the money. Like, why he not in camp? Like, what you waiting on? So we'll have the same situation next year. And if they thinking there will be a hit for the money or the cap or whatever the situation is, that we won't sign some of those dudes back, I think that's why they're not as excited as we think they should be in trying to get Dalvin Cook. Now, granted, those two running backs you name are McDaniel's guys,
Right.
Wilson and Mostert. Those are guys. San Francisco, the guys. So that plays a big part in it too. And so I do think the money becomes an issue. Listen. I mean, I don't know how much more you can give Dalvin Cook more than 11. Saquon got 11.
I don't even think they would give him that much. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You're not going over that. So does 8? Make it a bad deal. There's 2 for 16. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm not thinking about 1 year. They're going to at least give him 2 years,
right.
2 for 16. And then does that dip into the money we had saved to give somebody else? So those things always come into play, but it would be nice to have Dalvin Cook. And I think he marketing wise and ticket sales and everything would bolster because, he's a homeboy and that would, it would help, but we had Teddy Bridgewater too. So
Teddy Bridgewater took 1 snap in New York, and then he had to miss 8 weeks because of the concussion stuff. But as far as the running game goes, like last year, it took a while for it to really get going, and then I think once they brought in Jeff Wilson, you saw a bit more production, and then Mostert kind of took off at the end, but. Do you think the Dolphins need to incorporate the running game more, like truly, in order for this offense to be even more productive? Because I think, a slant pattern on 1st and 10 to Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle for 6 yards is better than, giving it to Mostert or Wilson on 1st down for 4 yards anyways. Like, I really don't think we need to incorporate a Dalvin Cook. I would like to have him, sure, but I don't think that's a need for this team.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we are playing NFL football and not PlayStation, so I mean, at some point you're gonna have to run the ball.
It works on Madden, though, OG. I do a Hail Mary every play, 4 verticals every play.
I'm sure you're one of those guys who kick an onside kick every time.
Every time.
All right, come on, but I get the ball, bro.
I never punt. I never kick off. Yeah.
Right. I go for it. It's 4th and 27. I'm going for it. I never punt. Okay, all right. But the running game took so long to get its legs because we were throwing the ball 700 times. Remember we played the Ravens, we threw the ball about 500 yards. No need to run. You know what I'm saying? But teams get onto that and they play better defense. Okay, well, we're gonna stop these 2 people. We're gonna stop 17 and 10. Let's see what else you got. And so the running game had to pick up. Obviously, some teams do it vice versa. You know what I mean? Some people run to open up the pass. Some people pass. We pass to open up the run. And it worked out. You know what I mean? Like, I see Tyreek Hill says he wants 2,000 yards. Eesh, how much running we going to do if he getting 2,000 yards? So it's going to be tough. But I think, the line, the blocking, and the scheme, you had to drop more people back. So the running game did work, near the end. I think in my mind, my novice football mind, I think if we ran the ball in Buffalo, we probably could have came out with the snowball victory because most of us running it. Like 140 in the second quarter or something. Like, keep running the ball. And then we stopped to throw it. And then it didn't work out. So, it's a yin and yang, push and pull type deal. I mean, you just have to find that balance. But I do think, look, at the end of the day, you want all the good players. Like, I mean, that's what the Jets
right. The more players,
Kansas.
The more good players. The bottom line, more good players, the better. It should be the biggest problem that you have. Yeah.
Right, we can get Cook. Let's get him.
Let's go get Jonathan Taylor. Let's go get Dalvin Cook. Just line them up, man.
Right. I like Mostert and Wilson, but if we can get Jonathan Taylor and Dalvin Cook, see ya. Put them in the Heat trade. You want them? You want Mostert and Wilson? You want to put them in the trade?
Yeah, get Damian Lillard. Whatever it takes. Let's go.
Right. We will trade. Yeah, Mostert, Wilson. You don't want Hero. Okay. Do you want, what else you want? Like, we give them all so we get them. Yeah, just name it. You want 3 running backs? You want Gaskins?
Are you going to watch the Hall of Fame game? Hall of Fame game is Thursday night. Like, preseason football begins Thursday night.
I did not know it was that soon. I thought it was after Zach's thing. Zach's thing is Saturday.
Saturday,
right?
yeah. Zach goes in on Saturday, but the game.
And he's first. He's first. You got to be there early.
Correct. That's going to be. He's going to speak in the heat.
Right, in the heat.
In the heat.
Whoever next is going to be watched at a hotel, the nearest hotel. After that,
I mean, it's going to clear out. I wouldn't stick around any further.
Any further.
We'll see.
So, yeah.
Would you watch Thursday? Like, will you watch a snap or two?
Yeah. It's football. You don't watch the first half. It'll be on like ambient noise after that. It'll just be on. Like the football game on, it's on. But I'm not watching it.
No, that's exactly, that's the perfect description. Because Thursday night, because it's the Jets, so you'll watch a series with Aaron Rodgers, and then it'll just kind of be on like noise in the background, and you start to feel good that it's football season again.
It's football season. I don't have any like the Robbers of the Gems or whatever show you watching.
The Righteous Gemstones.
The Gems.
Good.
I don't have a Thursday show. I watch, the Cosby Show not on, so Thursday's
that
open.
Was Thursdays. Thursdays was the Cosby Show.
I can watch a good preseason game, but I mean the Browns and the Jets. Holy mackerel! Don't put them on Thursday night during the regular season.
Holy mackerel! Are you going to play Mega Millions tonight? It is over $1 billion.
I really just need 5 numbers right. I don't even really need the 6. I mean, I would love to have them, but I think that a few weeks ago, 45 people won. Had 5 numbers right. They got like $2.3 million.
Well,
let me get that.
Hold on, let me look at that. Is Mega Millions 6 numbers? I thought it was 5 numbers and like a mega ball.
Well, whatever.
Let me see.
I don't even need the extra ball. Just give me 5.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 numbers and a mega ball. But let me tell you the difference here. Let me tell you the difference. Because if someone had won on Friday, I'm looking at it. If someone had won Friday, if you got 5 out of 5 and the mega ball, you would have gotten $940 million.
Right.
If you got 5 out of 5 without the mega ball, you'd have gotten $1 million.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to take the 5.
But I'm saying if you get the mega ball, that's $939 million more dollars.
Right. Yeah, without a doubt. Listen, I would like to have Dalvin Cook, but if we don't get Dalvin Cook, I'm okay.
How about this,
Give me the million.
How about this, though? You get 4 out of 5 and the mega ball. The prize was $10,000.
I don't want that.
I mean, that's a buzzkill, right? That's like winning a jackpot that's winning a jackpot at the nickel slots. You're like, all the sirens are going off, and then it's spitting out nickels. Nobody wants that.
You got $1,900 in nickels. Holy mackerel! Somebody bring the crown royale back.
Can you imagine being one number away from $1 billion, and instead you have 10,000?
That is my life on scratch offs. That is my life. That is my whole life. Like I'm always one number over or one number under. I can have $2 million, and as soon as I scratch it off, wherever I am at, I'm driving straight to Tallahassee, and I'm going to camp out until they open back up tomorrow. If I scratch it off at 6 o'clock, I'll be there.
I always say that's my life at the slot machine. I'm so close. Lemon cherry bars. Nothing. I was so close. It was almost 7 jackpot. It was so close. Instead, it was lemon cherry 3 bars.
I don't know how many X's I need on the samurai sword one, but I don't have enough X's on it. It's got lines.
Those are the ones that have way too much going on for me to know what's going on. I'm just like, if the thing spits a ton of money out at me, I'll take it, but I have no idea what's going on this slot machine.
Man, they got a lot of lines and everything. The ladies be sitting there.
Right?
I'm like, ladies,
there
like,
is
you know what you're looking at?
Some grandma, and she is able to scan 15 lines of play, diagonal, vertical, horizontal. She's like 38 cents. I'm like, what? How do you know what's going on?
I see why they smoke. Because that thing is driving me bonkers. Like, but I see the jackpot, 25,000. Mine say 3, but hers say 25, and she got X's and lines and all type of. It's crazy.
I stay away from those machines. I don't play slots very often, anything where I see some sort of cartoon, I see something that's like lined off diagonally. I go, I need one line, maybe three, and it can be nothing more than bars, cherries, and sevens.
Maybe three, maybe three, maybe three, maybe three little windows. That's all I can do. I can't do all that stuff, lady. I can't do all that. They just keep pushing the button. They don't even stop. They just keep pushing.
That's the thing too. They're pushing the button. They don't even know if the jackpot has come in yet. That would be my luck. I would just keep firing off that button. Somehow I'd pass up the jackpot somehow. Like I glitched.
Listen, I just think when you win, like if I win at 3-card poker, I get the money on the little sheet and I cash it out, and I feel good about myself. So I don't want to spend it all. So I go put, $50, $100 in a nickel slot. So it's going to take longer while I'm sitting there. And I can just push the button. If I hear it ring, cool. But I'm still losing the money. Like I'm losing back the money. It don't matter because I'm not paying attention. And like I tell people, that guitar didn't get built because people win it.
Yeah, they got built on Hochman and Gadsden money. Is how it got built.
Definitely
we
definitely did not.
Share.
Oh man!
Oronde Gadsden will be joining us on Tuesdays during football season and at Twin Peaks every other Tuesday.
Listen. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. I had a big argument with my daughter in the house. We had a big argument. And this is a serious situation. I'm sorry that Channing's not here to kind of chime in, but you guys can talk about it. On the toilet paper roll, do you like it over or under?
Over. I will
over. Like
you go under.
I'm like, yo, what are you? No, I go over. I'm like, she did it under. I'm like, yo,
that's crazy.
I go under.
Under?
Under.
You like it only goes over. In fact, I'll walk out of a house. You know how we do that with Kirkland? Like Kirkland snacks and we'll leave a party.
Same thing.
I walk into a house and I see the toilet paper loaded up to go under. I'll flip it. Like I'll flip it for them.
I'll flip it too.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it for them too. Like I'm like, yo, why you do it under?
Where'd she get that from? She needs a stern talking to.
I am. She's going to high school, so maybe it was some middle school thing she's trying to get out.
She's lashing out. She's just trying to annoy you.
There she goes. Yeah, there you go. All right, just making sure over is consensus.
Doesn't even. Why are you looking so confused, Solana? You really go under?
Of course you go. Everybody goes under. Why would you go over?
Everybody does not
goes
over.
Jimmy, what about you, Jimmy? You go over or under on the toilet paper?
I go over.
Of course. Yeah, you got to go over.
Of course.
I'm not a serial killer.
Yeah, he's not a serial killer.
How can you spin the toilet paper if you under?
Right. I mean, it doesn't work that
way.
I mean, what do I live in Australia? I mean, maybe if I was in Australia.
Down under. But
when you played for Barcelona, maybe I can understand going under.
Maybe. I was in Italy with Solana. They had no toilet seats. Maybe I go under.
He was texting me that segment we played yesterday of Solana with the jet lag. OG texted me, this guy's boo-booing all over Italy.
What's going on, man?
All right, we got to go. We love you, OG.
All right, man.
Good luck. Good luck on the Mega Millions. I hope you win it.
All right, thanks.
All right, there you go. Oronde Gadsden will take a break. Come back with more Hochman and Crowder.